Well, we start the hour in Nigeria amid renewed hope that the Chibok girls are still alive. It's emerged that militant group Boko Haram has released a video of the girls 2 years since their capture. The footage was broadcast by CNN. It was reportedly sent to the government in December, so many are questioning why parents weren't informed. It's the first sign of the girls since May 2014. Hundreds of girls remain in captivity. The video shows 15 of them identifying themselves as the Chibok girls. Some of them have also been further identified by their parents. Well, indeed, 2 years have passed since the Chibok girls were kidnapped. Parents of the girls are now planning to march in Abuja today. Several activities have been scheduled in the run-up to the anniversary. Bring Back Our Girls campaigners have been tying ribbons in strategic locations in Abuja for the schoolgirls. The campaigners say it's crucial that these girls are not forgotten.
I feel really sad and really kind of disappointed in our government for not being able to bring back the Chibok girls sooner than now, because I feel that if I was one of the Chibok girls, I would still be in captivity up till now, or I'll still be in captivity, and I don't think anyone would like that.
I don't know why other children will be found and not our guests. Why not one? We know we'll not get all of them, but we want to see even one, so that she will tell us the story of what happened to the others. So if this Boko Haram are defeated without our guests, I don't think Boko Haram is defeated.
Well, let's bring you more now on this Chibok anniversary. I'm joined live from Abuja by CCTV's Sophia Adengo. Sophia, let's start with the Boko Haram video that's apparently showing that these girls are indeed alive. We understand that it came to the attention of the government in December, but they failed to respond to it or inform the public sooner.
Yes, Lindy, perhaps, mixed feelings today with the release of that video. As you mentioned, a lot of questions have been asked as to the timing of the release of this video to the public. But fundamentally, I think what is perceived by the video is that the hope that at least 15 girls out of the 276 that were abducted are still alive, but of course very well in the captivity of under the captivity of Boko Haram. The Nigerian government has asserted that they have made concerted efforts in renegotiating with Boko Haram pertaining to the release of the girls, and this video of course is evidence of the fact that dialogue is taking place between the two camps, the Nigerian government and Boko Haram, perhaps maybe a step closer in negotiating the return of the girls for whatever terms that have been laid down. But in terms of today and what we have been hearing from the parents, just a glimpse of hope in seeing one of their daughters or their daughters represented by the 15 is enough for many of these parents in really bringing about the continued pressure on the Nigerian government to indeed have some kind of answers, some kind of intelligence as to where these girls are and how they can be returned to their families as quickly as possible. Lindy.
And of course, Sophia, as you say, there a glimpse of hope for both parents and indeed campaigners throughout Nigeria. Just run us through some of the activities that are planned for today in Abuja to make sure that we don't forget about the Chibok girls.
Well, the global outpouring and allying with the hashtag Bring Back Our Girls activists and campaigners who have continuously met daily to advocate for the release of the girls. Every day in the center of Abuja City at 4 p.m., the core supporters will meet in order to strategize as to how they can have the government come out with regular reports as to where these girls are. This week, they have called it a global week of action with their hashtag Hope Endures campaign, with every day and every activity really bearing some kind of remembrance and emotion that can be evoked in terms of each one of these girls. We were very much a part of a ribbon tying ceremony in which the supporters and well-wishers went through the city tying ribbons in different parts of the city. Today, they are marching through the city. Much of this afternoon will be spent in dialogue with the Nigerian authorities at the presidency in really coming up with concrete steps in which, these girls can be returned. The sensitivity here, Lindy, is really in the negotiation process. And of course, the information behind that cannot be readily shared in the public arena. But what we do know is this hashtag Bring Back Our Girls has continuously been able to show the dissatisfaction represented by the Nigerian community, and really hoping that the Nigerian government will do everything that they possibly can in providing information and ultimately returning the remaining 219 girls to either their homes in Chibok or at least to their families who are, desperately waiting their return. Lindy.
And as you say, a lot of desperation beginning to show from both campaigners and, of course, in particular, the families of these girls. But broadly speaking, have Nigerians lost hope that these girls will finally be rescued? I mean, in general, how do Nigerians view this ongoing saga?
Well, quite the contrary there, Lindy. If anything, there has been renewed hope. The new developments of this video perhaps provide the evidence that, these girls are alive and at least, are still grouped together. It was perpetrated in the past that many of these girls had been split up, perhaps sold into slavery and married off. But this is the first glimpse that the girls are still indeed together, at least the 15 that have been seen, and substantiated reports that, these girls perhaps may be returned within these groups. But hope has not been lost, not only with these hashtag Bring Back Our Girls campaigners, but Nigerians believe that there's still capacity through their army to be able to, surround Boko Haram, destabilize this militant group, and indeed release not only the 219 girls that we remember today, but also the people who still remain, kidnapped by these groups. Almost 1.3 million children, are displaced and, of course, fall vulnerable to Boko Haram. So it is that sense of hope that you still see amongst Nigerians here in especially bringing down this militant group that has really destabilized much of the Northeast. Lindy.
Well, as you say, renewed hope in Abuja on this Chibok anniversary. That's Sophia Dengo there with that update live for us in Abuja. Now, meanwhile, Nobel Peace Laureate Malala Yousafzai has also written an open letter about the abduction of the Chibok girls. She wrote, "As I did last year, I call on President Buhari of Nigeria and everyone who can help rescue the Chibok girls to act now. Would a president give up the fight for his own daughter? These girls are just as precious to their families. My dream is that one day they will come home, finish their education and choose their futures for themselves."